let's get ready for work. But first, let me let the adult gaze out. Stop it. Don't put your hair on me. Let's go. Take a trip outside. Go crazy. Anyways, let me lock the door because yesterday the dogs opened. Meanwhile, they're doing that. I'm gonna start washing my face. And we're gonna get... I want a spoon of this. I just been like iffy if I made this good or not. I feel like it's mid. I feel like I made some lamb. I cooked up some lamb, put in the dumplings. It's very mid. It's a grounded lamb. And it tastes like grounded lamb. But I could have done better. Forgot to add some salt, but that's okay because the other seasonings had salt. Okay. We're going to start with washing my face. Because we don't want a crusty, dusty face. We don't want it to look like your butthole. We want it to look squeaky clean. I'm nipping. I'm not wearing a bra today because I'm wearing this shirt that I bought. And I'm obsessed. I love the little holes that it has. The little respiratory, little breather spots. Anyways, this is what I wash my face with. It's green tea amino acid cleansing foam. And honey, when I tell you it foams, honey, it foams. We're going to start with getting some warm water. Give me warm water. That's what I need, some warm water on my face. You heard me right. Warm, not hot, warm. Don't use burning hot water on your face. But my hair is coming out. Not so long there, buddy. Okay. Water on your face. Get a time. This is really all you need. I'm telling you right now. A little goes a long way. I need y'all to You're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. It's great to see. It's great to see. We're gonna wash our face and get myself ready for work. But after I'm finished washing my face, I'm gonna let the dogs in because I just let the dogs out. And then we can let the dogs in. But I let them out and then I'm gonna put them back in the porch and let the dog air, outside air, and the snow come off of their paws before I bring them inside the house. What's going on? Nothing much. I gotta get rid of these pimples. Today, I already pooped, so luckily we don't have to worry about the dookie. So we're gonna leave that on the face. Get my little scrubber thing. I know it's coming apart. It's because I use it, honey. Honey, I make sure I put that thing to work. I'm gonna squish it with the soap that's left on my hands and wash that hoe. Wash it before you wash your face. You want to make sure it doesn't have lingering bacteria on it. Then don't want to take too long. I use this side first to scrub the dead skin off because if you know Vicky, you know her skin is not the best. And I get a lot of dead skin on my face, on my body, on my everywhere. I did also wash my body already. Oh my gosh, girl, what is this? Okay, it's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. The dogs are outside. We have a red heeler mixed with some kind of breed. Not really sure. They gifted them. They didn't gift them to us, but we took them in. We took them in, okay? Because no pet gets left behind, okay? And then the other one's a blue heeler. Or, I mean, yeah, it's a blue heeler. And she's a lazy bum. She didn't like to do anything. She just wants to sleep. She's pretty old. We also got her gifted to us because the people who had her, they were mad because she was chewing and eating stuff up. She chews and eats stuff up here, but not as much as she used to, okay, honey? Okay. Once you scrubbed all that off, my legs are killing me from my workout yesterday. Make sure you get all that soap off of your face. Dry your hands. Dry your hands. Let your face, well, I just put more water on my face. I'm gonna use this to absorb most of the water that's on my face. We need to get ready. It's already 2:15. You guys know I start getting myself ready at 2. I'm slacking. I've been slacking. Let me be honest. Okay. I'll show you the dogs after I finish washing my face and get myself ready. Don't look at my nipples too hard though. Just don't. They get like that when it's cold. Okay. I know men be nipping too. Men be nipping all the damn time. Okay. There's this guy who I used to work with. Oh my god, story time about guys nipping. There's this guy who I used to work with, and we had to wear, I used to work at Best Buy when I was a youngster. Oh my god, when I was like a child. My first real job, because I used to clean houses before I started working at Best Buy. So I was working at Best Buy, and there was this guy, his name is Brian. Dude would walk around and his nipples were telling me where he was going. I'm talking about you were looking at him and they were staring at you. And I'm like, damn, man's got more boobie than me. That nipple like staring at me real hard. Anyways, his nipples would be nipping, okay? I'm telling you, I don't know how he would get customers and things like that. Because we had to hit certain targets and things, and for some odd reason, sorry, it like fell to the back of my hand, he was real good at that. He was real good at getting his numbers up and having his numbers up. Me, oh hell no, I never forced nobody in their life to get a Best Buy credit card, because if you don't got money for the damn item, you don't got money to pay the damn credit card, okay? So, like, I never would tell people, like, oh, my God, get the credit card, get the credit card. Like, I would never tell nobody that. I would never even, like, oh, tell them all the benefits that it has. Because if you don't got money to buy this item, why are you even out shopping? Take your ass to work and then come back to me and then we can talk about it. You know what I mean? Anyways, he was real good at convincing people, okay? Me, though? No. But anyways, something that would frustrate me, I'm pretty sure my live was way behind. What do you mean your live was way behind? What are you talking about? Oh, I got my nose. I don't know why my nose is running. I'm gonna clean the water that I just dropped here. Okay. After you use your toner, this is a lotion toner little thing. Oh wait, this is the English side. I'm showing you guys the wrong side. Let me show you the English side. I don't know, it's like in French or something. It's green tea Emzai Fa toner. I don't know if it's Fa or Fa or Fa. I don't know. But after you use the green tea amino acid cleansing foam, you want to use the toner, and then you're going to use the serum. Oh, let me read the English side. The green tea seed hyaluronic serum. When I tell you my face is dry and crusty. Oh, what the hell? That shit shot up like when you nut and it goes crazy. It goes 7 different directions. Anyways, let's not talk about your Peter Whacker hole being clogged and it's not clean, because that's kind of gross. Anyways, I like to pat my skin a little, get a little slap, a little sizzle, rizzle, just so that it can activate the blood circulation on my face. Mostly where I got pimples, okay? Mostly where I got pimples. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need you to calm down with them baby bottles. You're gonna get put on timeout for 5 minutes just for that, weirdo. Yeah. You're lucky my mods are not in here right now. I don't know where's my mods. I haven't gone on here for a long time. I feel like when I'm not consistent, my mods be like MIA. One of my mods though, I know one of my mods though, he has a farm, so he's tending his animals, you know. He like me, yeah. But let's take a look at my arms. I'm gonna work on my arms tonight. Hints on the shirt that I got on. I need to get this arm just as strong as this arm. Because look at this arm. That looks gnarly. This arm, it looks like a fucking toothpick. And my boobies look so saggy. I need to do workouts to get my boobies not so saggy. But another way to fix that, pull the shirt down a little bit more. You can't really tell. Great fix. I know, right? Okay, after you use your hyaluronic serum and your toner and your cleansing foam, at the end you're gonna add the cream. This cream, now the cream is where it's at. Now this one has the serum has the color of pre-nut. This one has the color of nut. I don't know why I'm like so like talking about nut and stuff like that, but if it works for your dirty mind, then you know, easier for me to explain. Okay. Also, I ordered my high cholesterol prescription this morning. Also, guys, tell me why this guy is trying to take me on a whole entire trip, but he hasn't even taken me on one day. So I made it known to him, like, hey, like, how are you trying to take me on a trip and you haven't even taken me on a day? Like, that don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me at all, matter of fact. And then he was like, okay, let's plan a date. Well, he said he was going to plan the date. You know, I'm going to let the man take the lead because, you know, I'm like, I'm going to just sit back. Like, I already cooked for him a time or two. Well, I only cooked for him once, but I gave him an idea of what to make. But yesterday, since he got out of work late, he said he just warmed up the food that I cooked him the other day. But he told me he's trying to take me to Colorado because he's trying to sit in the trees and be in the Mother Nature, smoking the Mother Nature. And I said, honey, why he wants milk? Maybe because he needs some milk and not the milk you think he's talking about. Okay, after we do that, we're gonna put serum on my eyelashes. Y'all be right back. Right after I do this, we're gonna get the dogs inside. I use the ordinary eyelash serum, but you changed? What do you mean? Of course I changed. You think I wear the same clothes every day? Well, actually, I typically have a baggy shirt on, so let's actually give me a round of applause. And let me not try to put this in my eyeball, because, honey, you're supposed to apply this twice a day, and I typically don't use the little tip unless I'm doing the little tip. Anyways, unless I'm doing these bottom lashes, but even then, I don't like to just use the tip. We like to use the whole stick. You know what I mean? But anyways, I like to apply like it's mascara and just kind of get it all on the lash there. All right. And now don't be shy. Make sure you add a good amount. Okay, let's go put the doggies in. Let's go get the dogs inside the house. You're supposed to apply that twice a day, so like, you know, I'm trying my best. This week is my first week about like actually applying them. No, what does it help you? It helps me grow my lashes. Anyways, let's let the dogs in. Close the door. And then let them in. Ringo! Lena! Let's see who comes in first. Oh, you big bad. Okay, so that's Ringo and this is Lena. Oh, hey girl. Okay, we're gonna let them cool off in here for a little bit and then we'll let them inside. Their paws are just a little muddy, a little dirty, so I'm gonna just let them be outside for a little bit. You're back with the damn milk. Motherfucker, you need some motherfucking milk. Let me show you guys the cat though. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her. Oh, meow. She don't care what's going on over here. Let's get my hair started and done and did. Because I did take out the rubber band. It's not a rubber band. The hair tie that I had. I don't know what they're barking at. I also don't really care what they're barking at. So I took out the hair tie that I had down here, but I left in the other hair tie because ooh, honey, why are y'all jumping the fuck around? I need y'all to stay still. And if you put some more milk, you're about to get put on timeout again. Stop putting the milks. You're weird. Hey, girl. You're making a skirt. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have to get you to crochet me something. I have this friend who she crochets pieces, and she has made a few pieces. And they look really good. I'm thinking I'm going to do a braid on this front piece. I don't really like doing mini braids because they just kind of like, I don't like how curly they get after I take the braid out. But we're going to do it on this piece because why not? So let's braid this piece. Ooh, she's tangled up. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're getting put on timeout. I said do that one more time. You're getting put on timeout. You know. The next time you do, you'll be on timeout for 10 minutes instead of 5. Like, you're playing with me right now. You think you're a silly, goofy goober, but you know the only one laughing behind the damn screen is you, yourself, and you. Please hairbrushing and pulling. No, we don't like to do all that hair brushing and pulling. That's bad for your hair. You just want to detangle. Let's get this braid started. I didn't even open the back mirror, but that's okay because we're working on the front pieces right now anyways. So it doesn't really matter about the back piece. Okay. Hold on. I already messed up. First, let me hop out the motherfucking Porsche. I don't want to hit your ass. Got so much. I could call me a horse. Yeah. Okay. Like that. We're going to put it like that. I'm like already sweating. Like, bro. Metabolism on fire or what? What you sweating for? Okay. You want to crisscross applesauce this thing. Crisscross applesauce. Spoons in the bowl. You braid this piece. Get a piece. You braid that piece. Get a piece. You braid that piece. And you get a piece. Make sure you're kind of tugging on it just a little bit, okay? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. If you're not like pulling on it a little bit, then you're not making it as neat as you can be making it. Anyways. Oh yeah, I was telling you guys about the guy that's trying to take me on a trip, but he hasn't even taken me on a date. Like, how much sense does that make? Because it's not even making no kind of dollars. It's not even making any kind of pennies. So I told him, how are you going to take me on a trip, but you haven't even taken me on a date? And then he's like, yeah, I'll pick you up from your house. And I'm sitting here looking like, my parents about to be mad as fuck if I leave the house with you because you are way older than me. You are way older than me. He's like 20 years older than me. Is that bad? I feel like that's not bad. Is that a problem? I don't think that's a problem. Like, is that a problem? And it hard to pull your hair in the night. Huh? No. You ain't gonna be pulling nothing. But I don't know if that's a problem for me to be messing with someone who's like 20 years older than me. I feel like it's not a problem. In my head, it's not a problem. I'm not using him for anything. He's not using me for anything. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Someone tell me. Thanks, it's bad. I don't think, you think that's bad? I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like it's bad if somebody's like using a man for their money and stuff. I'm not using the man for his money. I just like talking to the man. Shit, I just like threw some rubber bands on accident. I just like talking to him. We're actually like pretty good friends, and I've known him for like 2 years now. It's about to be 2 years that I've known him. Well, no, it's about to, yeah. Is it gonna be 2 years or just one? I don't know. It feels like I've known him forever. Silly me. I braided some pieces of hair I wasn't supposed to. We're gonna gently pull them out. Gently, okay? Keyword. Okay. Take that crusty, dusty hair clip out. Now we're gonna get some. We're gonna get a hair tie. I feel like it's bad if like a woman is messing with someone and then she's using them and not actually trying to be partners with them. In my case, I'm not even using this man. If anything, there was a time and place I was ignoring this dude. And then he's over here talking about taking me on a trip to a whole another state. And I'm sitting here looking at him like, you haven't even taken me on a date. What you think you're going to take me like on a trip somewhere to? Like, you think I'm going to just say yes? Like, yeah, you could put me in first class, but you think I'm going to just say yes? You haven't even taken me on a date. And then I brought it up to him, and he's like, we're going to add it in our calendar. We're going to see when we can go. And he wants to do like an activity like pickleball or something, like golf or something. But honestly, I prefer not to do golf because I suck at golf. I could do pickleball because, you know, damn, the brush just fell. You know, I could do pickleball because, you know, I'm a challenging person. I love to win. Baby, I love to win. But golf, I don't see myself playing golf. That's a white man sport. Him and I are not white people. And I am not the best person at golf. And I said, oh, so you're trying to lose. Like, I like to jeff with them too. It's just so much fun. "2 years is right for you. I think it's bad." Where am I from? I'm from the Middle East, where every other country wants to bomb. Think about the Kansas City Chiefs. They did horrible this year. Yep, I said it in the name, so if you didn't get the hints, then. But I'm from the Midwest, where the racists are racist. Okay. You think they're racist in other places? Come to the Midwest. You could tell they're racist. You could tell the way they talk to you and how stupid they make you try to feel. Not me. Sometimes I be making them a fool. They be thinking I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe my English isn't the best, but English is also not my first language. But guys, the worst part is I have a boyfriend, but he doesn't live in the United States. He lives in Mexico. So he doesn't know about my friend here who's trying to take me on a date. I don't know what you want to consider that, but my friend who wanted to take me on a date, I've been talking to him before I was talking to my boyfriend. But he never made no kind of move. So then I started like, okay, me and my boyfriend can be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, But it's going to break his little heart if I tell him, like, what's going on. He's going to be like, you're being unloyal. But I don't know if he's being loyal. I don't know how many bitches he be fucking. Cause I don't be doing nothing I shouldn't be doing. Oh my gosh, this hairstyle, I'm just not loving it. This is not, I'm not loving it. Where is your burqa? What is my job? What do I do for work? I work in a restaurant industry. That's what I do for work. And that's where I met the guy who's trying to take me on a date. But like I mentioned to you guys, I have a boyfriend. But he doesn't live in the United States. He doesn't want to come live in the United States. Oh, you're back. Oh, you're just testing me. Like, I will put you on timeout again. I don't care. Like, just keep playing. Keep playing. Ooh, I look like I'm going to go play tennis. Watch out. I'm going to beat you. Anyways. So, this is what we got this looking like. I have this, like... I have, like, a scab on the top of my forehead right here. We're going to take it off. If I can take it off. I took it off. Oop. It fell. Oop, it fell. Okay. But is it bad? You have to do all this, to be honest. You have to do all this. But wait. I am an honest person. I just said that I work in a restaurant. That's literally what I just said. But that's where I met the guy who's trying to take me on a date. Except, ew, why my deodorant look like that? No. Take it off. Why am I sweating so much? It's literally like super cold outside. What the heck? But anyways, I just don't know. First of all, if I go on a trip, I'm going to tell my parents I'm going to go on a solo dolo trip. Will they like that? Probably not. They're going to not believe me. Second of all, I'm like being honest. I'm not lying to my boyfriend. I didn't tell my boyfriend anything. But I mean, personally, I've always liked older men. Like, older men have always been attractive to me. And I've always been attracted to older men. Like, I don't know, I'm always running into people older than me that'll be trying to mess with me. And personally, I mean, I don't mind that. But, like, one thing I just don't like is he already has kids. Like, he already has kids. And, like, I'm going to tell him to get a vasectomy. Baby, you're not implanting me with no kids. I don't want to have your kids if you already got a baby mama. And I'm also growing my butt. Can you tell? It's not as flat as it was. It's not as flat as it was. It used to be pancake booty, big flats. Pancakes. Not no more. Not no more. Hell no. I do want to go on a date with him, though, because he's, like, really, honestly, the only person I hang out with that is not my sister-in-law, and that is not my sister, and that is not my cousin. And I unfriended a whole bunch of people because they weren't doing the same for me. So I was like, why am I friends with these people who don't even go out of their way as much as I go out of my way for them? You know? What is so funny? Why you keep laughing? What you say? Hell no, can we be friends? I don't know. I don't know if I want any friends. I don't think I want any friends. I feel like every time I have friends, they be doing me the dirtiest. Or they want something from me. And then it just goes bad. Like a banana. One day they're good, the next day they're not. You know? Hello, how are you doing? I'm new to your channel. Hope the weather's good in your city. We have snow in the Midwest. Oh, me too. There's snow over here too. I'm in the Midwest too. I'm in the Midwest. Can you tell by how I talk? I'm from the South, brother. No, I'm just kidding. I'm from the Midwest. And I think that the government set up this snowstorm because the economy was doing bad and they needed people to buy stuff. And then people here where I'm from, they was acting like it was a damn apocalypse and we were only snowed in for like 2 days. Like, if you cannot last 2 days in your house, like, what's the point of even getting the weekends off at your job? Like, take that deodorant on my armpit. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with my armpits and I don't know why I'm sweating so much. But anyway, so yeah, it was snowy. At least it didn't ice where I'm from. It wasn't like icy snow. But it did get pretty. I do need to go check on the dog because Rango likes to jump on the refrigerator and he likes to eat all the food. He be acting like we starve him and we don't. He literally gets fed his portion size of food, but he's just a big bag. Where's Rango? Okay, good job. He's just a big bag. Yes, I remember I said tacos are, they're not invented in Mexico. Japanese people made those. They were made in a different country. They got introduced to Mexico. I'm hungry. What's in this? Tomatoes and peppers. We're gonna eat. Maybe not. It has a lot of onion, and I don't want to go to work smelling like onion breath. Did my sister pop these open yet? No. Then we're not opening them. I'm like hungry. I'm gonna eat an egg. This is a duck egg. And we don't got anything to like put on top of here. I'm gonna put some mustard on it because mustard has 0 calories. Does it have anything in it? Oh my god. The mustard don't got mustard. Okay. The mustard had barely any mustard. This one's a pressure cooker. And then this one, it has for soup, broth, meat, stew, beans and chili, rice, multigrain, steam, and some other shit on there. We also have a lot of other stuff we don't need. Mustard and eggs. It's my favorite combination. I don't got no more mustard. I'm gonna put cottage cheese on my last bite. This duck egg is big. Jesus. We're gonna use the baby spoon. Because if I don't use the baby spoon, I'm gonna put more than what I need. Ooh. Oh, shit. I'm putting another scoop since half of that shit fell. Okay. I dropped it on a straw. Oh, wait. Eat it up, Buttercup. Eat it up, Buttercup. I was gonna eat a pancake, but we're not gonna eat a pancake. I'm trying to snack before I brush my teeth. So that's what we're gonna do. There's half a toasted. We're gonna get the half a toasted. I don't know about y'all, but I like to mix my sour cream before I eat it. Make it, whip it up a little bit. Put some on here. I would have put the the cottage cheese on here. But honey, cottage cheese is disappearing, honey. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put the lid on this. And then get some of this meat. I'm gonna get a plate. And I'm gonna use a paper plate because I'm not washing the dishes again. Put the meat on here. This is grounded lamb. Put some grounded. I didn't put no salt in here. I think I mentioned that earlier. That was my mistake. But it's okay because I put like a garlic powder in here. I put some other powders in here. I don't really know what I put. I forgot. And there's onions and there's garlic, but they're like grilled. I wax my legs. I don't shave my legs. The fuck? So the leg hair can stop growing. Real good. I made these cookies the other day. They're little piggies. They're little piggies. But I'm trying to stay away from bread. Because I want to look good in my bikini. Like something in my eyeball. I don't know. Anyways, where you going, Punta Cana? No, I'm gonna go to Florida. I'm gonna be in the States. I'm not going to Mexico. Tell me why the flights to go to Mexico were expensive. Also, you see how I'm like super rectangular? We need to change that. I got like a good upper body, but the back, we need to grow the glutes. But also, I need to stop standing like this because I stand like this. When I'm standing, I stand with my butt tucked in. I need to keep my back neutral. But at least I'm flat in the front. But I need to get my butt big. Like, you know, it's not super flat, but it's too flat. Like, it's way too flat. Like, pancakes. It's giving pancakes. But, you know, we're working on it. I can't just grow my ass from one day to the next. Anyways. Oh, hey, wait. Punta Cana is in Puerto Rico. Ain't it right? Is that right? Be happy with what you have, girl. I don't have nothing. How am I supposed to be happy? Don't tell me it's in Dominican Republic. Then I don't know where's Punta Cana. I never been to Punta Cana. I really thought Punta Cana, I don't know why. You know where I was thinking Puerto Vallarta, even though I know it doesn't. Punta Cana. Where is Punta Cana? Hold on. I think I know this one. Colombia. Did I guess any of those right? Fuck. I don't know. I'm not the fucking map. Do I look like the map? I'm the map. Fuck no. I barely passed school. I was playing around and goofing around in school. You think I was paying attention? I got passing grades and I said, ciao, get me out of here. I didn't fail. I definitely passed. And in social studies, they don't be teaching you geographic locations. They be teaching you what happens in America. And they don't even tell you what really happens in America. They only tell you what they want you to know about America. But if they were to start stating what everything in America really is, they wouldn't be saying it how it really is. The stories wouldn't be told how they're really told. Like, they're all one-sided stories. They don't give both perspectives of the motherfucking story. So I always took school as a joke. And I told my mom, you send me to school in Mexico, honey. Send me to school in Mexico for at least a year. She didn't want to do that. She didn't want to do that. Nothing's too late. You know, you damn right. You are damn right. You see, you damn right. Yes. You're right. You're right. Ain't nothing's too late. You're right. Okay, where's Punta Cana? You gonna tell me where Punta Cana's at? Bro, I swear I thought it was in Puerto Rico. It better not be in like Honduras or Venezuela or someplace like that. Because I honestly be forgetting about the lower states that are down there. Because for me, you know, I'm not a... Oh, it is in the DR. Okay. I was like, I need to know where Punta Cana is because my friend was talking about Punta Cana and he's Dominican. That makes so much more sense. I'm like, I just heard my friend talking about that too. I'm slow. I'm a little slow. Let me admit, you know, I'm gonna admit it. He was down there for a month. He was in the Dominican Republic for a month. You gotta go. I'm not gonna go if I don't go with somebody native to the motherfucking land. You think I'm gonna just go to a different country and not be having no connects and just be walking around like I own the motherfucking place? You're crazy. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I mean, lemon butter and crab legs. You see, I'm big, but not that big. You just said your boy from the DR. Yeah, he's from the DR, but I don't know if I would go on a trip with my mom. Gonna be like, ¿Es tu novio? ¿Y por qué vas a ir a un viaje con él? ¿Es tu novio? My mom be hitting me with that. Like, ¿Es tu novio? Like, girl, can a bitch not have friends that like to go places? Like, fuck. That's why I was sitting here like, I was telling y'all about the guy that wanted to take me on a trip to Colorado. And I was like, fuck, you want to take me to Colorado for? You haven't even taken me on a date. And then I was like, where you going to let your doggy-o stay at? Like, he was like, your mom can babysit him while we go on a date. And I'm like, dude never's met my parents. Mind you, he's 20 years older than me. So I'm sitting here looking at him like this, like face of concern. What is that? Who? Oh, who? The owl? You talking about who? This dude is trying to take me to he's trying to take me on a trip to Colorado. But I was like, fuck you trying to take me to Colorado for? You haven't even taken me on a date. And then he was like, well, we need to find a date. And he was like, well, I was like, where you gonna leave your dog at? We need to take these snowflakes off my forehead. And then he's like, I'll just leave him at your house. And I was like, face of concern. Face of concern. He was like, yeah, and then I can meet your parents. I'm like, I've known you for a year and you just not want to meet my parents. We gonna scratch this. Is that a scab? Yes, because I was picking at my skin. And then you didn't see me earlier. I like literally took a scab off my face. You see how it's like red right here? I know I just started scratching it, but you see how it's like red right here? You see, look, there's the skin. It's trying to lift up, but with these fake nails, you can't like scratch the damn thing. You see, it's right. I took half the scab off, but not the whole thing. What the fuck? Hey, y'all, and I want to take these nails off because I'm gonna go on a trip next week, but they've grown out. Look at that. Ew, that's gross. I need to get some tweezers. Them edges look crazy. Well, my goal was never to have my edges popping out, because my edges are grown and they don't look like baby hairs anymore because that hair grew, and I'm not gonna sit here and be cutting it all the damn time. And I don't have a receding hairline. I have a widow's peak, baby, but I don't got no receding hairline. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Come for me all you want. I don't care. I don't care what y'all gotta say. The fuck? Where's my tweezers? I need to take this stupid scab off my fucking head. We're gonna take it off with the tweezers. Chat the fuck up. Yes, literally. There, look, I took it off. It's like right here. I don't know what's like. My skin literally be peeling. Literally right here. And like before I took this scab off, ew, there's like food under my nose. That's gross. Nobody said nothing. Oh my god. You guys suck. Do this, but don't rip your hair out. Yeah, I'm gonna stop touching it. Anyways, I want to lay down. I want to take a nap. I want to take like a 15-minute nap. The fuck? Usually, like, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, recently, with how the weather's been, I'll, like, leave to go to work early, and then I'll fall asleep in my car sitting down for, like, 15 minutes, and then I go into work. Is that crazy of me? I can fall asleep sitting down. And I'm not in my covers. I'm on my blanket, because my covers are, like, right here. But my covers, I don't put them on top of my pillow. I don't know why. I don't want to touch my face, because I just washed it. But anyways, I don't know how to feel about at least you can. I can't do damn, is it icy where you're at or what the heck? Cause where I'm at, the snow has melted and they finally like cleaned up the roads properly. Like finally, like Monday the roads weren't even clean for real. And then Monday night they cleaned the roads right, or like Monday afternoon they cleaned the roads right. So like on my way to work, oh, the streets were dangerous. On my way back to work, the streets were clean. Ice and snow. Oh hell no. That's the worst combination. Typically here where I'm from, it's like it's ice it gets iced first and then it snows and then it gets iced again. But I don't know, I just think it's all a government setup because there ain't no way, like, it's just no way. And then next week, they're announcing that it's gonna sleet. It's gonna be, like, snowy water. Like, fuck is there gonna be snowy water for? So you ain't got no snow. No, there's snow on the ground still. No, I'm not in Texas. I'm not in I told you where I'm from. I already said where I'm from. Think of one of the states that the FIFA Cup is going to be held at. Think about a football team that did horrible this year but did great last year. Think of think of damn, you don't watch soccer? Oh no, you slacking on sports. That's one of the best sports to even watch because it's a sport known worldwide that's been worldwide for years. For years. Oh my gosh. See, I'm not too far from St. Louis. Think I could have said think of Sexy Red, I guess. We have a lot of subdivisions. Oh yes. It's like packed snow, but it's not the plows aren't even cleaning for real. Like, yeah. I said I'm not too far from there, but yes, you are 100% correct. But the FIFA Cup does is St. Louis is not one of the states where the FIFA Cup is gonna be taking place at. But I'm not too far from there. Are you connecting the dots? Are you putting one plus one together? Like, if I'm saying I'm not too far from St. Louis, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. You're killing our environment. Oh my god. It's okay. That's probably why there's crazy weather right now. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, you just want to think of one of those. There's like not so many states here in the honestly, there's a lot of states that don't want to even come to the United States because they're scared that either ICE is gonna try and pick up people and or they're scared of I think it was like was it Europe? I forgot which country I had read and seen that they were like we don't want to go travel to the United States because we don't want them to then threaten the country in any sort of way. I don't know what country it was. Yeah, you got it. Ding 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 ding. Jefferson City or one of the states that Kansas wait, or another state that has other teams for sports. Yeah, we have the Royals, we have the Kansas City Chiefs that are going to be leaving to Kansas City, but their stadium currently and has always been in Missouri, which is kind of weird. And then we have Sporting KC, and then we have KC Current, and then I think they're also making like a girls rugby team called like the Diamonds or something. Honestly, I can't remember. Thanks to Papa Trump. No, for real, that motherfucker, fat orange headed ass motherfucking dementia having ass, slobbery mouth spitting, blocky teeth having ass, like elote head ass, like honestly, if I'm being honest with y'all, I'm glad he is president currently because it's opening and giving people a good realization of what the United States economy and politics and everything is really like. Because for a long time, I've been telling people, like, fuck the government and fuck what they gotta say and da 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 because people don't really know what the true colors of the government really is until Papa Trump. Hey, hold up. Stop playing with my boy. Oh, he's playing with himself. He be jacking his shit. Like, he be taking his goose on a walk. But like I just mentioned, I'm glad that he is president. Yes. I'm gonna say yes. I've gone to St. Louis, but I haven't gone there long enough for me to like look at the environments. I feel like there's a lot of white people and black people when I go, but like here in where I'm from, like the place of the city where I'm from, it's a lot of like there's Arabs, there's Indians, there's a lot of different kinds of Hispanics and Latinos and Mexicans and white people and black people and African American like Africans like native African American from Africa, like actually from like Nigeria. There's Nigerian here. There's like a whole bunch of there's a lot of like Vietnamese, Japanese, and like Asian people. It's very diverse, but it's people are very dangerous. I don't know if you guys have seen what's going down in Westport, but currently there's this guy named Christopher Lee who is suing about I don't know if it's I don't know how many people, but the case is like 70 million dollars. It's a case. It's a lawsuit. It's like a 70 million lawsuit. A $70 million lawsuit. And he's suing people who like have a spot in Westport because of all the stuff that's been going on. Oh yeah, there is Italians here. I don't think I've seen that many Germans here. I feel like there's a lot of nah, there's not a lot of Russians here, but I feel like I've seen quite a few. Uh but that's good. I mean, the United States is supposed to be diverse. A lot of people migrated here a long, long, long time ago. I mean, we had Chinese people working on the railroad tracks, and then we have slaves that were brought here because colonizers came, colonized, and then they thought it was okay to bring slavery to the United States. And then at some point, Mexicans, had to come over and help pick fruit because, nobody was trying to do that labor work. Nobody wanted to do that shit. And then Mexico seen the way they were treating black people, and then they were like, you know what, we gonna stand grounds with y'all because they treating us like shit because we're brown too. So then they stood their force, and then also they took Japanese people who were working on the railroads because they noticed they were also getting treated like shit. And then if you go to Mexico, there's a lot of people who are like have like Asian features, and then or they have like curly hair and stuff like that, but that's because there's a lot of Afro Mexican, like Afro Latino, or like Afro Mexicans and stuff like that too. I mean, Dominican Republic is also a spot where there's a lot of mixed color and kinds of people too, because that was one of the pit stops that they would make before arriving to the United States. Whew. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I know all of this stuff and I'm just speaking out of my ass for real. Would I go to Pakistan? I don't know if I would go to Pakistan. What am I saying? I'm saying a whole lot of stuff. Oh my gosh. I was just speaking about how I before I even started talking about this, I was talking about how a guy wanted to take me on a trip to Colorado who I've met and I've known him for like a year and a half, but he hasn't even taken me on a date. So I was like, "What makes you think I'm gonna go on a trip with you if you haven't even taken me on a date?" And then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take you on a date." And then another thing that also bothered me was that I had already told him about the flowers, and I was like, why aren't you gonna get a bitch flowers? You could get any bitch flowers, but like my thing is like, why haven't you done it voluntarily? Like, why do you always wait for somebody to tell you what they want for you to get them what they want?" And then he's like, "Well, I'm the kind of person that if you tell me what you want, like I'm gonna get it for you," and da 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 da. So then I mentioned something about going on a date, and I was like, "No, don't worry about it because it's too late. I don't like having to mention people things for them to do stuff for me. Like it's so dumb. Like why can't people just do it voluntarily and just like read the room a little bit?" And then um and then I mentioned I was going to go on a trip to Florida, and then my friend here was talking about Punta Cana, and then I was like, "In Punta Cana in Mexico, I ain't going to Mexico. I'm gonna go da 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 da." And then he was like, "Damn, you suck at geography and you didn't pay attention in social studies." And then I was like, "I just passed my social studies class." And then I was like, "Is Punta Cana in Puerto Rico? Is it in Cuba? I mean, is it in the DR?" And like, I was guessing all these Spanish countries, that I could think of. I said Spain and Honduras. No, I said Honduras. wait, I said El Salvador and Venezuela, but then turns out it was the Dominican Republic, and then we started talking about um oh, I forgot what we started talking about. I think you have a lot of knowledge. I feel like I just talk to a lot of different people, and I just talk about a lot of different topics, and then I get like twisted and turned into a lot of different kind of conversations because there's a lot of things you could talk about. There's a lot of things in different ways you could steer the conversation. Either you could take stuff to offense, or either you can make a conversation out of it and teach some people something. But then we started after we started talking about me sucking at social studies, we started talking about where I'm from, because then we were talking about the weather or something like that, and then I was giving him hints about the FIFA World Cup, and then I mentioned about how like the FIFA World Cup, that's like a world known sport, unlike football, unlike tennis and other sports like that, that like yeah, people play it around the world, but like it's not a worldwide known sport, and like people be making bets on those games too. And also just FIFA World Cup is just, much more of a bigger deal, and that's what football really is. Football is not football, American football. It's football, like football with your foot. And then Trump tried to make it a little joke one of the times in one of the interviews he had with the FIFA representative, which I thought was disgusting. And he tried to call it soccer, and then the guy was like football, and then Trump was like football soccer, and I was just like, this motherfucker like uppercut this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And then we started talking about one of the cities here in the United States where it's gonna be hosted at, and how I live in one of those cities that it's gonna be hosted at. And then we started talking about how I'm glad that Trump was president because it's giving up people like realization of what's going on around the world, and this and that and the third. And then I started talking shit about Trump and how he's just crusty, dusty, musty. And then we started talking about diversity, and then how, the countries in the United States should be diverse because, before it was anyone's land, it was the Native American land, and then now, it got colonized. And then I talked about colonization, and then I talked about the different kinds of people who came to the United States who were involved in slavery. Um and then the conversation is to where it's at now. Yeah. ICE be looking for me. I wish they would, bitch. I was born in the United States. They couldn't take me. They can't take me if they wanted to, because if they do, bitch, I'm suing. I'ma sue the whole United States government. I'm suing the whole state. I'm suing the whole, like. And then guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they changed the ICE um policy for like if you want to be an ICE agent, you only have to train for, I think it's like 90 days instead of having to be in training for 5 months. 90 days is what, 3 months or 2 months? I don't know. Do you like it when your new friends give you gifts or try different foods and parties and pastries and desserts? Yes, I love to try new things. I love to go to new places. I love to be gifted things. And my thing is like I love to give people things. So like in my head, when I'm doing like acts of service, or just like spending time with them, or just like understanding how they work and how they do around certain environments, just gives me a bigger picture of the kind of person they truly are. And like I mentioned, like this dude is 20 years older than me, and he was talking about taking me on a trip, and I'm sitting here like, you haven't even met my parents, you haven't even taken me on a first date. You got me flowers a few weeks ago because I had mentioned it to you twice already, and I told you not to give me flowers because I'm not asking for flowers. I'm just saying it's just basic things that you tend to forget to do that you don't do. And as a man that's trying to get with the female, I feel like it's important for you to just do small acts of service that you just don't typically do. And I completely understand because of the lifestyle he had growing up, and then the kind of um people he's dated and people he's been around. And also he already has a kid. He has two baby mama and he has three kids. Two kids with one baby mama, and then one kid with one baby mama. And he was telling me his life story and a little bit about himself not too long ago. Like he opened up to me a little bit more than what he used to, like open up to me a little more, because he used to just tell me about work and how stressful it was and how like the organization that he was working with was using him and taking advantage of the kind of mental capacity he has and worth ethic that he has. And then he is suing the organization and the team that he was working with. Oh my gosh, I'm saying too much. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about something else. Somebody say something. I really like your conversation. You talk about is very nice. It makes it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to do that too. I'm a very like social butterfly. And I feel like not I'm not meant to conversate with everyone and not everyone is meant to conversate with me, but I feel like I talk to a whole bunch of random different kinds of people, especially like at the job that I work at. Sometimes I'll go up to the rooftop and I'll have a drink and I'll just sit there by myself, and if someone wants to talk to me, they'll start talking to me, but they secretly don't know that I'm a chatterbox. So like I can talk about anything and talk about everything and keep the conversation going because I'm not only a conversationalist, I also listen to what they have to say and understand their perspective. But when it comes to me expressing my perspective, I always expect them to listen and like understand where I'm coming from and how I grew up and things like that, which not everyone has the capacity to do. But you know, it doesn't make me have my feelings hurt because I only see them like once or twice and I never see them again. He probably doesn't trust you fully and is mirroring my energy. Mirroring my energy. If he was mirroring my energy, he'd be doing the acts of service that I do for him. I done cook for this man. I give him food often. He needs something. I got him. Like if he needs me to go buy him something, I'll buy it for him. Like I be doing stuff for him. He don't have to ask me because like I mentioned earlier when we were having why is there a gnat in my room? Where'd it go? Like I mentioned earlier, it's not like he's not adding anything crazy to my life. He's just like for me, if there's a man in my life, I want him to like teach me emotionally and spiritually. I don't want him to teach me with things that have nothing to do within the fucking world. I want him to be a teacher. I want him to be um protective over me. I want him to have trust over me and things like that. But I understand, like I had said, after talking to him for a while and like getting to know him and understanding him, I understand why he is the way he is because he's always had to live a life where he can't say too much or express too much and conversate about certain topics because he wasn't allowed to because of the job that he had and because of the place he was working with and because of the career that he used to have, and now his new career allows him to be more of himself and help and talk to people and things like that. So when I was doing all this other stuff and I felt like I was giving him girlfriend treatment and he wasn't even doing the bare minimum, it was making me feel some type of way because he was leading me on as if I was something to him and he wasn't treating me like I was anything to him. So I felt like he I was hitting these standards and I was receiving this much. And I was giving more and I was receiving less. No, I don't think I was simping. I feel like I met him at a very vulnerable time in my life and he was going through it in his life and we kind of found a connection emotionally to where we were at the time, and now we're like not that age or we're not at that spot no more, and now that we've known each other for a longer time and we've talked to each other for a longer time, we've like understand each other and where we're coming from, and we don't get mad at each other and we don't get angry at each other. We just kind of have conversations and sort things out and talk to each other to make sure we're on the same page. And like I said, he's 20 years older than me, so like I don't know how to explain that to my mom, eh? How am I gonna explain that to my mom, eh? So like I've always had like, and he gives this like push pull energy. Like, do you see where I'm coming from? I don't think I was simping. If I met a future girl and I can treat her with kindness and respect and make each other happy three conversations, I mean we're not all perfect. We're gonna make mistakes and we're gonna realize that sometimes the actions we have to certain things are not gonna be the best. But I feel like once you communicate to your partner and the kind of things you expect and how you like go through things emotionally, it like makes sense for you to become on the same page. And I feel like that's something me and him have worked on, and he has like more maturity, which I feel. And then guys, the thing is, I have a boyfriend, but my boyfriend's not in the United States, so like my boyfriend doesn't have a clue about this dude, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I just don't know. I don't even know what's going on, because yes, I feel like yes, you can love two people at the same time, but it's like, mm, mm. Add me on my Instagram. It's in my bio. But it does make me feel like a hoe, but I'm not doing hoe things. And also, my boyfriend hasn't built no house, and I've been told him like build a house, and he hasn't built no motherfucking house, and I'm waiting for him to get to building the house. If he's not building the house, then he don't really want me. Simple like that. Simple like that. But I also don't want to be with somebody who already has kids. It's just like stresses me out, and I have made that known to my friend who's trying to take me on a trip and trying to take me on a date. I made it known to him. Hey, what? Yeah, the other country, my boyfriend's in Mexico, so like, and he has land, and if he could build me a house and we could live in the house, shit. China, no, Mexico. I don't think people from that country are my type. I don't like. I like. They just not my type, brother. To Greece, as a single man, you got kids. But yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I've been stuck in this problem for like a few months. I've been stuck in this problem for a few months, because it was like, the dude that's here in the same state with me, he was trying for a long time, and trying and trying and trying, but he was not figuring it out. He was trying, but he was not figuring it out. And I feel like figuring it out and trying is two different things. He wasn't figuring it out. It was stressing me. Oh, you work a full-time job? A future soulmate? Oh, are you recruiting me or something? I'm not looking for a future soulmate. I feel like I got two of those right now, and I'm like stuck between what the fuck to do. Because I know one of them my parents are gonna accept, the other one they're gonna be like, bitch, are you fucking stupid? What the fuck are you doing with yourself? What are you expecting in that life? Da 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 da. Like, all this stuff is just gonna come at me and come at me, come at me, come at me, come at me, and I'm gonna be like, maybe I should go with this one instead of going with this one. I'm 50 years old. You can find out by the context clues. Look at my Instagram. You'll find out there. Just look at the context clues, and you know how old I roughly am. But the other guy's 20 years older than me. You like to cook, bake, and take care of the people I meet, and make them feel comfortable, and surprise them with gifts and dinner and activities. See, that's kind of what my friend who's 20 years older than me likes to do, except he doesn't surprise with gifts or dinner and activities. But he does everything up besides what you said. Yeah. I just don't know, y'all. I just don't know. I just feel kind of stuck in that aspect. And I've never had a boyfriend ever, 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 ever. Ever, 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 ever. Yeah, you're like 100. And I'm 50, like. And it stresses me out, because it's like me and this dude have like really good connection, like real tight. We talk about everything. We have great conversations. We help each other mentally and emotionally, and like we help each other figure out tasks that we can't figure out, and then through conversations we like figure things out. This one on the other hand, recently, since I'm not with him, I don't see him often, like at all. I when we're together in person, we have conversations. We're great. We're like this. I've known him for like 8 years. I can impress Mama Dugs. I just don't know. I just don't know, y'all. I'm stuck. I'm stuck for real. I'm really stuck. And then my friend over here, the one that's 40 years old, he knows about my boyfriend. He knows I've told him about him. And he's like, we can both have you. But that's just not how it's supposed to be. It's just not how it's supposed to be. And it does make me feel a little bit guilty. Because sometimes I feel like I'm cheating on my boyfriend. But then I'll be thinking about it. And then I'll be thinking about it. He needs to do more. But then this dude got to do more too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just all over the place. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stuck. My soulmate is still somewhere. Maybe it's not even none of them. And they're just here to teach me something. Not number 3. No, I'm already struggling with just 2. And one of them is very basic. And I don't even have to talk so much to him because he's always busy. No, I turned my lights off. Where's my remote? Fuck. Guys. I turned my remote. It's my remote turned. I turned the lights off. Yes, I would. If I had somebody who's doing it, yes, I would, but I don't. But I'm just like, I just don't. I just don't. I feel like it's hard for me because then I also want to be with someone who my family is going to accept. And that's really hard for me. Because for a long time, my family was just on another page as me. Putting my socks on, by the way. My family was just on another page as me. And a lot of the time, they don't understand where I'm coming from. Look. And it's stressful. I'm stressing because I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do either. If he's in Mexico, that's tough life for real. He works every single day from like 5 in the morning, and then he gets home, and I'm at work when he gets home. So when he gets home, like he's asleep by the time I get out of work. Like I'm barely going into work. Thanks. They're both, this one's my initial, and then this one's my name. Yeah. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, what the fuck? What can I do better? They say you attract the energy you give off. And if I'm being quite honest with y'all, they're two completely different kinds of people. One of them is black and the other one's Mexican. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. No. No. I'm not. Luckily. He's not a part of it, but he knows people. He knows people. So, you know, that also puts my life at risk. But I like that adrenaline. I like that adrenaline. I have to be out the door now. I'm gonna let y'all go because I gotta go to work. And maybe you can join me on my gym session later. I'm gonna do an ab day and back today. Yay. Ciao.